What up, YouTube? We're back, video 4, ripping through things. I got an update on the epoxy plugs, some wiring, and some other stuff. So I came out today just to work, obviously, but also to check things out. And the epoxy plugs worked out perfect. This guy, I'll probably just need to get some more epoxy so I can fill it up to the top. But so far, solid, primed out. And look at these guys. Ain't going anywhere. So that's dialed in. Next thing on the list, I've been thinking about, what am I going to do, the order, of events in a sense of what comes next. And right now, so I've got my kill mat up, and I have, so on my mind is getting the kill mat / dynamat all the way put in and completed, getting it insulated and getting it wired. Those are kind of 3 things that are intertwined right now that I'm working with. So I have one wall that's basically all done with the kill mat, and so I could potentially start insulating that side, but I want to get it all wired first. So I've got my wire here, and I know exactly where I'm going to put the wires and run them, and have an idea of where they're going to go. And then I know on the ceiling how I'm going to do all of that. So I'm going to put in a little bit of work here, wiring some stuff up. I've got some wire and some little wire connectors, and I'm going to get the fan wired in for sure, and run. And then I'm going to potentially get some light wires run, like for back here, stuff that I know that's simple and like as a 1 wire to 1 wire. And then I'm going to do a little research on what lights I'm going to use and where I'm going to put them and how many I'm going to use and all of those things. So enough talking. I'm going to get to wiring and get this bad boy on the tripod. So let's get it. It's getting dark out, it's getting cold out, and the point of me saying that it's dark out is that's kind of my next step. Is I've got the majority of things wired in. So as you saw, I got the fan mounted, or the fan wired, the fan wire power wire ran, and the fan switch wire ran. I got the lights for back here ran, or the power for the lights, the power for the little like the switch that I'm going to use. So the power switch is there. The power for the stereo that I want to put in is there. I ran this little wire up top here to connect into my overhead lights. Almost said overhead lights. Overhead lights. And then I ran, as you can see, I got a bunch of wires here. I've got one that snakes up through here to the fan. I have one that snakes up and ends up right here for an overhead or the bed USB, because I want to be able to charge my phone up there. And then I ran this one, I ran over through and down for my light switch over there. I decided I'm going to put the toggle over there. All right, ladies and gents, today is a big day. We just got the wiring done and got that all situated, and now time to start building the wall, officially plywooding and getting insulation in there and all those things. So today's goal, headed over to Menards quick to get plywood as well as insulation to put in between the steel, and then like kind of sandwich it with the plywood, and then get that
get that whole thing built. So without further ado, I'm gonna head to Menards, get the stuff, and then I'm gonna catch up with you once we're over at my buddy Matt's to start building this wall out and making this thing starting to look like a motovan. So we'll catch you there.
Alright, look at that. Got it in. One wall done. Perfectly. Up top too. Right down the side. Hell yeah, couldn't ask for anything better. Right to the top. Boom, boom. Now we're gonna pull these out, replicate it on the other side, and the first part of the wall is complete. So we made a direct copy of the front. Look at that thing. Smooth, nice and tight on both sides, primed out. Got them all fitted in. Time to put the back on and drill it all in. You're ready. It ain't going anywhere. That's prime. Primed out, ready to go. Bottom side is done. We got the front side all done. Wires are pulled through there. Wire pulled through there. So we are good to go, my dudes. Next up, we'll be getting the top and the bottom of this guy done. Getting this all figured out, and then the back side and the front side, and getting her dialed in. Clean. Alright, what up everybody? So we're back working on the van. Today's project is to get the bed fully done. Get the top, the bottom, the back side and the front side, get the bed fully done. Get the overhang done, and then I've got a box of kill mat that's chilling up in the front, and I'm going to try to get that in and get a bunch of that in and try to get, I'm going to run through a whole box of kill mat, probably do the wheel wells and some of the ceiling. All right, so bottom board is measured and ready to go. I just need Matt to come out here and help me put it up so I can screw it in from the bottom side. And then I've got my little back strap piece. So this piece actually was from that piece, so I'm reusing. Luckily this was long enough to make it, and instead of putting this piece out at the front on the edge, I wanted to put it back here and then have, you know, my bigger piece be the overhang, so that there's hopefully a little bit more strength in the whole thing than having this little 6-inch piece. But to make this even stronger, we're gonna, like as you can see, there's a gap here, so I'm gonna make little notches into either side and all 3 bars, so that this piece will then sit flush back here and have then the strength from all this whole back crossbar along with the solder bar. So we'll get these cut in and measured out. Bingo. She's sitting flat, which is prime. So now we got a little deck space here. Next one we'll measure up is the one that goes from here to the end of the bed. And that's what I got laid out. So I gotta grab the tape measure out these lengths again to make sure that that's right. And then we'll go back and get her cut. Look at that. I honestly don't think I've ever cut anything that good in my life. Like, I mean, look at how... I'm definitely getting better at the van building stuff. I mean, this van is so much easier to build in because it's square. That really, I think, is the lifesaver. There's not a bunch of, like, the ceiling obviously is going to have some custom curves that I'm going to need to figure out, but other than that, the thing is pretty dang, like, straight and square, and it's really making this really, really easy for me. Like, this thing, I had to get under it and, like, slide it in. It barely, because it's so tight, it barely fit in. But, like, that's fucking, this is sweet, honestly. This is huge. Like, look at, yeah, it just barely fits in. So, primed out. Now I just gotta mark this underside. We'll go back. I might honestly just, I'll probably take it out and cut it to be sure. I don't want to make any mistakes, and I want it to look good and be nice and flush. So I'll get that marked off quick, and then actually, since I know I'm in, I know I got this, so let's go like this. Ready? Boom. Just like that. All right, now we'll pull her out. Oh. Get that one cut, and then from there, I'm gonna measure out I'm gonna get the bottom screwed in so I can get my foam boards in, and then we'll put the top on. We already started a little foam. Little foamy foam ski in there. Trying to get this thing solid as a rock. Next part is this thing, so we'll get this cut and get her installed. Got my drill bit and got under here lined up, so now I just gotta kind of push this up, screw in where I need my screws, and then get to just putting in more. Look at that. She's in. That thing ain't going anywhere. So now, I'm gonna step back. This thing's starting to take shape. Put that in. Take these. Take this guy. This guy will go in like that. And I already got the other piece cut for the front. So now what I'm gonna do is measure out my foam pieces. Hopefully I've got enough foam to at least do these two. If not, I actually have one big one. So it got me the wall there, so it should give me these three, but we'll see. But yeah, so we're in there. Look at that. That's a little cavity, which is sick. So next up, foam time. We'll go get the tape measure, start measuring this stuff out. I'm not going to record it because there's no point in. I'll just show you once I've got all the foam in, and then we'll slap the top piece on and get that front one. Wow, the top base is done. All right. So are the cuts as good as Matt's cuts? No. Look at that. Oops. And hey, I'm trying my best out here. I'm getting better. I almost said gooder. Getting better. Now look at this. So it's prime because now we can officially slide this back in here like that. That's sealed, and we'll go grab the other piece and lay that on top, and that's that thing is done and ready to go. Ready. There. 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 So we got all those marked. Now we'll go grab the other board and lay that sucker on top. And we'll call her a day. Alright, this is a moment of truth. Ready? Boom! Look at that. Platform is now in. You get the bottom side. You gotta get that done. But other than that, this thing is in tight. Tight to the wall, tight to the ceiling. She's gonna be a squish for sure. Given that, look at my arm to here is dang near the top, but we're gonna make it work. So next thing is I'm gonna quick mark out where my poles are quick. Handy dandy Milwaukee sharp. That one's kind of obvious. All right, dope. So we'll get the drill out. We'll get these pieces through, or get my wood drilled through here, and get this screwed down. And then the last piece will be getting that under piece done, and then we'll be on to the back section. Look at that. So that's what the prime thing is now. Look at, just like I said, wood comes all the way back, supported back here, and then my front pieces will come down and lay on that, and then the back side will come all the way down and lay right down to here. I'll screw into here, and you won't even know that that thing's in there. You just see the little sidebars, which is prime. So, we're doing pretty dang good, man. This is moving along awesome. I'm stoked with how it's coming. After many hours of tedious work, top is screwed down, got the foam in, backside's on, just needs to be screwed on, front's inside, that needs to be cut, and then we just got this little guy under here, and we're done and good to go on the wall build. Then will come, next steps on the sides and the tops and all of that, but so far we are getting dang close to the end, so time to go cut that piece of wood and get it put in here. Today's tasks are going to be finishing. I have this box of sound deadening that I want to get put in. So I'm going to use up a bunch of the sound deadening, if not all of it, get it all dialed in up here. I'm going to pull this door panel off so that I can get all my sound deadening behind there, and add it in wherever I need. And then I'm going to dig into the insulation and get that, starting to put that up, and then from there, if I can, I'm now realizing it as I'm saying it that I might need some adhesive spray, which I don't have, so I'm not sure if I can get it up yet, but I might be able to, so we'll see. Then the next task, which was on the list anyways, is I finally sold this bulkhead. There's a guy that wants it, so I'm going to unbolt this thing and get it basically ready to pull out, so that I can, when I get to him, I think I'm just gonna have maybe 3 bolts in, and if he's like, yep, I like it, then boom, we'll take it out quick and be done with it. so we're back. We got a little less done tonight than I would have liked, just because I can't get the insulation up. But I got the Dynamat, Killmat everywhere now, which is prime. And I got the door really good, got it some more spots, tried to, and so I got the backside there, got up and in here, tried to get everywhere, in there. Look at even up there, back in there. Really, anywhere I could get, I tried to get, especially when I noticed shutting the door, how hard the door shut. I was talking about that solid sound. That just was like, well, I might as well just keep putting it on. I have about a sheet left, but I didn't want to put it on just in case I need it in the future or come across some spots, maybe in the back or somewhere where I could use it. Or I was thinking when I pull apart my front end here to do my sound system, maybe I'll find some, in the door panels and little spots where I can put it. I didn't want to use all of it and have none and be like, oh, I should have put some there. So I saved a little bit, but huge help to have this out and really get an idea. I want my bed to go, the second seat to go sideways. So the guys sitting in here will be facing that way versus this way, because if you're sitting this way, we've got this, overhang here. And so I want to tuck it in this way. And so I'm going to figure out a way to get it in to this little spot here. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I'm going to figure out a way. And other than that, this is where we're at. So if we come up here, you can see this thing is starting to look like a real van. All right, guys. So that's going to wrap up this video. Next video is more wiring, insulation, and starting on the walls. We're creeping into 5 weeks until this van's got to be on the road for a 2-week trip. And I'd say we got a pretty good start. We're kicking butt and getting stuff done. I got a bunch of stuff ordered, all of my sound system, all of my battery stuff. That's all ordered. That is all on its way. That was a big help / thing I needed to get out of the way so that I could get the bed in and start figuring out my layout, especially with the bulkhead being out. I needed that out so I could start really getting an idea of what this layout's going to be like and get an idea, for being in this space. What can I fit, what's going to be perfect, and what's going to work and what's not going to work. So that's going to end this video. Thank you, everybody, for watching. I really appreciate everybody that's reached out, everybody that's added something in the comments or said something that's super dope. I love reading the comments and answering all of your guys' questions, so continue to keep them coming. And like I've said before, if you've got any ideas or any sponsorships, anything like that you want to throw my way, by all means. This van build is open for offers. So I appreciate everybody watching along. Promaster build, the van build, dirt bike lifestyle. We'll catch you guys in the next one. JetBoyCo signing off. See ya.